La alineación del Barcelona será.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
So off we go then. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Chouameni. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, just skips past his man. That has not gone well. He's got the shot away! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up.
And the shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
He is through here. Gets his head on it. Great effort. He flew in with courage.
Lewandowski instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution, though.
It's a pretty loose pass. Brahim Diaz. Mbappe. It's a good foot in there. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fran Garcia. Vinicius Junior! Oh, this looks sharp. Yamal. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the ball's run loose, this time surely! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then. Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Early ball. Header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
De Jong. Looking for options for movement. Interesting ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Shifted upfield. Pedri. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Yamal. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Chouameni. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
And it's Lucas Vazquez. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rafinha. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Brahim Diaz. A searching ball that tries a header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Rudiger. Fran Garcia. Looking for the runner. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cleared without hesitation. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, and he's through the middle. Big chance! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And he goes cross-field. Brahim Diaz. Balde gets a foot in here. And it's half-time here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
That gets things going for the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
In with the challenge. Now it's Lewandowski. The message is clear. None shall pass. Madrid can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Valverde. Mbappe. That's Brahim Diaz. Lucas Vazquez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Brahim Diaz.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Back into the middle. Mbappe. Rafinha.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Pressing high and with purpose. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that is going out for a goal kick. Lucas Vazquez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's come loose. Lucas Vazquez. And it's Lucas Vazquez. Valverde. Now it's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's taking no chances there. Koundé. He's had a shot! There's a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Oh, good-looking ball. And he's picked out the run. Brahim Diaz. Valverde. Szczesny can claim that. Koundé. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And the pass is intercepted.
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
A corner it is then. And it's been taken short. Foot in.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Ferran Torres
coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Serán Han sustituido
It's loose and there's a
el
race for the
dorsal
ball.
7, el dorsal 20, el dorsal
Madrid
6.
have gone... And one more try! It's in! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Balde, Goulet, Vinicius Junior, Madrid looking to pass their way through. Koundé, De Jong. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played back in. Tries to get it clear. Mbappe. He could be in here. He's got away. There's the hit! Over to the left.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
2 minutos de descuento.
2 minutes to be added on. Mbappe looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, that's well spotted. And time is up. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form.
La alineación del Barcelona será:
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. This might spell danger. And that is expertly dealt with. Koundé gets rid without sophistication. Brahim Diaz gets into some space.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lucas Vazquez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Modric. Bellingham. That looks a cracking ball. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. Barcelona could not have chosen a worse moment. Doubt. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
He is through. Vinicius Junior! It's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's clever. Vinicius Junior. De Jong getting this one clear. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Brahim Diaz. He's had it taken off him. Rafinha. Valverde. Rafinha looking to run onto it. Chouameni. And it's Rudiger. Rudiger. Chouameni. For Lucas Vazquez. Chouameni. Lucas Vazquez. And they win it back again. Bellingham. And Garcia. And it's Modric. Rudiger. Brahim Diaz is onto it in a flash. Balde. Kubasi. Pedri. Koundé. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Mbappe. He's got away. Mbappe! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Rudiger. Fran Garcia. And here's Bellingham. That's very neat.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Big chance! That's another chance! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Brahim Diaz.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Chouameni. Now Modric. Rudiger. And Garcia. It's run loose here. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham. Rudiger. Chouameni.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
All played for Lucas Vazquez. Nice bit of trickery. And here's Mbappe. Oh, great chance. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way most of us in the ground had expected in advance. Granted, it is very pleasant if you're on the right side of it all.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que hay plazas disponibles para alquilar en el aparcamiento del estadio.
And we're off again. Barcelona didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. And it's Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez. Here's Chouameni. Valverde. Fran Garcia. Modric. He's through here. De Jong. Pedri. Chance here to counter. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Fermin. And it's played in here. Oh, that was vital. And here, and the shot! It's in! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So is this the start of a comeback? Chance! That is decidedly lacking.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure. Barcelona are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Modric. And it's Rudiger. Chouameni. Fran Garcia. It's Bellingham. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Just eases him off the ball. De Jong, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Vinicius Junior! That's a decent clearance. Brahim Diaz. Lucas Vazquez.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And here's Mbappe. Real chance! Oh, taken with style. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
As if three weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Madrid all two up and into a position of Fermin! Missed by a fraction. Madrid making another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Bellingham. Fran Garcia. Showing great feet there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So, what can they make of this? Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Lucas Vazquez. Camavinga. He's found a way through. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. That has not gone well. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Cambio de jugadores.
Lucas Vazquez. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Rudiger. And it's Rudiger. Chouameni. And Gula. Camavinga. Alaba. It's Camavinga. Into the last 5 minutes. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Spread out to the left. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Can he get it through? Bellingham. Vinicius Junior.
Such good technique.
And he's found a way past. He's cut it out. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. A real chance if he can get through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
La alineación del Barcelona será.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. This is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for...
Vinicius Junior! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Kubasi clears. And now a sudden chance to counter. Fran Garcia. Bellingham. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Chouameni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention.
There's the hit! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Chouameni, Brahim Diaz providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bellingham. Madrid looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
And he was quick to react. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Well read, nice interception. Fran Garcia. Valverde. And that's been drilled in. Rafinha. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior! Balde with the clearance. Valverde in acres of space out wide.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rafinha, he's had a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Lucas Vazquez. Brahim Diaz. Here's Chouameni. Modric. Bellingham. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Vinicius Junior. He's been picked. Bellingham! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Bellingham has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. And that looks a decent ball. Lovely bit of skill. Can he latch onto this? Goes in for the header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Rafinha. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Rafinha. And they win it back again. Rafinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Nice sequence of passes, this. He's in plenty of space here. Lewandowski. Nice interception, well timed. Lucas Vazquez gets good distance on it. Chip through. Fran Garcia is there and he can get that clear. Pedri. He's found a way through. Valverde. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Fermin did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Good read, needed to be. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's taking no chances there. Modric. Mbappe.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Can he get onto this? Bellingham. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Modric with the short one. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. He gets big. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Fran Garcia. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Al Kubasi attempts a clearance. Pops him off it and he's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that is as far as they're going to go. Tchouaméni cuts out the pass. Rudiger. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Tries to get it clear. Tchouaméni. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's searching through.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Rafinha. He is through here. And he's gone backward here. Oh, shooting chance!
That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tchouaméni. And Garcia. Valverde. Bellingham. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Fran Garcia wins the duel this time. Modric. Brahim Diaz carries the ball down the right. Nicely worked. Mbappe. And that's played. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
El dorsal 5. Cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Bellingham with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well read, and the danger is averted. Goulet.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And it's Lucas Vázquez. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Rafinha. Pedri. And here's Lewandowski. Bellingham. Endrick. Oh, good spread. Lucas Vázquez. He's got away.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, he certainly...
And the referee brings it to a close. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games as you usually...
La alineación del Barcelona será...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started here. No, that was never going to make it. Musa. Reinders. Reinders, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The electric Christian Pulisic is one of the most exciting attacking midfielders, who has searing pace and trickery that will scare any defender and many defences. He could do with a better final product at times, but he's very unselfish. He's a real team player and he's making great strides.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a sweet ball, that. He has found the way through. Spread out to the left. And here's Pulisic. Walker.
Well,
he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here. And Szczęsny pulls off a sensational save.
Once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Hernandez. And here's Pulisic. De Jong did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Musa. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kyle Walker. Now it's Pulisic. And it's Walker. Chip through. Koundé clears it away.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Rafinha, can he finish? Early ball out from the back.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Balde wins the duel this time. Now it's Rafinha. Pulisic. He's shifting through the gears here.
Oh, really well played.
Out for a throw. Fofana. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Fofana. Oh, no joy this time. Rafinha. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pulisic. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Lewandowski. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. It's a good run down the right. And it's Walker.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Oh, that's fabulous. Here's the ball in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking for options for movement. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the pass is intercepted. It's a really well-measured ball. Great chance! Lewandowski! It's hit the upright.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And that has been cleared. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. So we reach the halfway point.
Barcelona really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second. Oh, what has happened here? Yamal has been caught there, it's a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Terrific save by Manuel! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's being shifted off it. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, he's onto this. He's got away. Oh, good ball. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to get free. Big header! Good delivery, but no joy.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Tedry being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Rafael Leao! They've done it! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
And that's not going to reach. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Barcelona showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now it's Pulisic. Tries to get it clear. Pulisic. And here's... has a go! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Valde. The message is clear, none shall pass. Kyle Walker. He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Lewandowski. Chow attempts a clearance. And they can counter here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? The referee's awarded a free kick.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Musa. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Abraham with a beautifully timed run. Balde.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That is a great pick out.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the shot! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pedri. Fermin. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rafael Leao was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tries a shot! De Jong, Pedri. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. Interesting ball. Well read, nice interception. Hernandez. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now that's well seen too. Musa. Rafael Leao. He's found a way through, and that could set him on his way. Yamal. Walker makes the interception. That's a shade optimistic. 5 minutes to add. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team...
La alineación del Barcelona será...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
The action has already started. Musa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
They would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pulisic. Walker. Oh, well played, well sorted out. De Jong. And Fermin.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pulisic. Raffa. And the shot! He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed.
Tries a shot! I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And now they can spring out of defence. Rafinha. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Musa. And it's hoisted clear. Fermin. Played through into space. He has found the way through. Lewandowski. And that's gone loose. That looks a good ball through. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Musa. Reinders. Abraham! Oh, what has happened here?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Araujo, not the most accurate pass. Reinders, great chance! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Tunde, who played through for the wide man. In with the challenge. Fofana.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, and he's through the middle. And that interception was most necessary. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Fofana. Played out to the left flank. Can he get it through? Yamal. Yamal! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now it's Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through. Reinders. Fofana. Done delicately. Oh, smashing header! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Tomori, Reinders. De Jong does well to stand firm and defend it. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Tomori, Reinders. And it's lofted through here. Cleared away, lobbed in behind. He's tried one! And that is doing no harm at all.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Hernandez, Rafael Leao is herring after that one. Hernandez, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. Hernandez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball but couldn't quite sort it out. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work.
Rafinha! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Rafael Leao stood up well to him there. That looks a decent ball. Yamal! Well, the ball's run loose here. Some really good ball movement. It's Lewandowski! Just off target. There's the whistle for half-time. Barcelona head back in at the break after a